Good morning, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about electrochemical cells. Yes, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are directly going into the discussion. Only 22 members joined. Okay, this is only for advance, no? So I am not worried. Only for advance. Ladies and gentlemen, in this cell, can you identify who is the electron loser, who is the gainer?
Sir, PT and H2 is the loser.
It is the loser and it is the gainer. And electrode potential, voltmeter you connect parallel to the circuit and you notice that it is equal to 0.34 volts positive. Notice in this fourth period, 3D series, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. In these 10 elements, only copper has positive electrode potential. Only copper can gain electrons from hydrogen electrode to give you the copper metal. Red color copper is deposited. All others have negative potentials. In copper family, you can say copper, silver, gold. All they have positive potentials. In fact, the potential of silver is highest. Silver is 0.80 volts, it is 0.34 volts, it is 1.23 volts. Notice that only these elements belonging to 11th group have positive potentials, all others have negative potentials. That's one point. And now I will examine. So, in this cell, what is the potential, sir?
0.80.
What is the anode reaction? Means hydrogen will lose 2 electrons and this is anode oxidation. It is cathode reduction. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this cell, who is the loser of electrons?
Zn, sir.
Zn is losing electrons, entering into solution as Zn plus 2, and 2 electrons which are released by it in oxidation are gained by H plus, which will become H2. Notice the hydrogen ion concentration on the right electrode is decreasing. It means pH is increasing. Notice the lower the H plus, the higher is pH. Okay. Therefore, in the right side compartment, the hydrogen ion concentration will decrease, pH will increase. Now, my point is, can this cell work, sir? Can this cell produce electric current?
No, sir. Same potential.
You can make this. You can make this cell work by changing concentration. Yep. You should keep the concentration H plus ions in the left hand electrode at a lower level and keep the concentration H plus ions in the right hand electrode at a higher level. Then, of course, here hydrogen will enter into solution as H plus. Here H plus will become H2 till they get uniform concentration. So the cell is operating between same electrodes owing to variation in the concentration of electrolytes, though electrodes are same. That is called a concentration cell. What is it called, sir?
Concentration cell.
Concentration.
About concentration cell, you have only in advance, not in mains. I don't discuss much about that. Now I have another question. Okay, I can construct a concentration cell by bringing about a change in the concentration. Now you want to keep it 0.1 molar, you want to keep it 0.1 molar. Can this cell work? Hello? Can this produce electric current, sir?
No, sir.
Still it can generate electric current. If you keep the pressure of hydrogen here at 2 atmosphere, here you keep the pressure at 1 atmosphere. Wow. Here it will try to enter into solution till the pressure becomes equal to pressure here. Till such time it will become this. Again, this is a concentration cell due to variation in pressure. Therefore, these two concentration cells about which we study only for advanced, absolutely it is not there in main syllabus. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, this is the electrode Daniel cell I am talking of. It is 1 molar and it is 1 molar and it is operating and the cell potential is equal to E right 0.34 minus of E left minus 0.76 volts. It is equal to 1.1 volts. Now, in this cell, sir, I want to do two operations. First operation, I lower the concentration of this electrode to 0.1 molar. Now, will the voltage increase or decrease? Always you notice that the electrode potential is equal to standard electrode potential. Can you see it, sir? Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, here if you put minus sign, E0 of this electrode is given as how much, sir?
0.34.
This 0.059 can be approximated as 0.06, then it will become 0.03. Log 10 to the power minus 1 will become minus log 10 base 10. Log 10 base 10 is equal to 1.
Sir, Zn but E naught is minus 0.7.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are putting here a plus sign, you bring the concentration in numerator. If you want to put a minus sign, as they have suggested in the textbook, 0.06 by n into log 1 by mn plus. Sir, if you are putting in the denominator, here is minus, sir. If you think is true. See the textbook sign, sir. Please look at the textbook. We will go to textbooks soon. Both are mathematically equal, sir. Agreed, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, here it is minus 0.34. N value is 2, so it is 0.03 into minus 1. Is it
No, sir,
minus
I am
0.
saying about E naught, sir. E naught is 0.76 for zinc.
E naught is equal to?
0.76, sir.
Whatever the value. I'm sorry. It is 0.76. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir? Now, E left I did not change. So, E cell is equal to E right minus E left. It is equal to 0.34 minus of minus 0.79. Is equal to how much, sir? How much, sir? Hello?
$1.4.
Once can you open previous slide?
I'll cancel everything. This is a cell, sir. Agreed? If I keep temperature 298 K, if I put pressure 1 atmosphere, if I take concentration as 1 molar, then E cell under standard condition is equal to E right cell, E0 right minus E0 left. Yes or no, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Or in other words, E0 cathode minus E0 anode. Yes or no, sir?
Yes, sir.
Here E is referring standard reduction potentials. Now, this is equal to E right value of this electrode is 0.34 volts. It is minus 0.76 volts. So E cell is equal to 0.34 minus of minus 0.76 is equal to 1.1. Any problem, sir?
No.
Hello? It is losing electrons and it is a anode. It is gaining electrons and it is a cathode. Electrons are flowing from anode to cathode AC. And the current flow direction is cathode to anode in external circuit. I made a YouTube video on this. I hope you might have watched it. Have you?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
the
sir.
problem is, instead of putting the concentration is 1 molar, I want to make it 0.1 molar. Then what happens to voltage of the cell? I want to investigate. So because I am changing the concentration of electrolyte in this electrode, the variation in the electrode potential is given by standard electrode potential less 0.059 by N into log of Mn plus IR. This is the equation we got from Nernst equation, which says E is equal to E0 plus 2.303 RT by NF into log Mn plus. Can you see it, sir? Hello?
Yes,
Sir,
Yes, sir.
0.059 is constant, sir.
RT by F.
Yes, sir. Here,
Good.
R is a universal gas constant whose value is 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. T is temperature, you can take 298 K. And F is equal to charge due to Avogadro number of electrons. These many electrons charge, which is equal to nearly 96,500 coulombs. Ladies and gentlemen, if I put all the constants, where N is the number of electrons transferred in cell operation. Okay, sir? Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
So if I take the value of R, if I take the value of T, if I put the value of F, it will become 0.059 by N. Sir, 0.059 can be approximated as E is equal to E0 plus 0.06 by here N is equal to 2 into log of concentration of zinc ion. Are we clear, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It is Zn plus 2 by Zn. The value of that is minus 0.76 volts plus 0.03 into minus 1. Because, sir, log 10 base 10 to the power minus 1, if you bring the minus 1 in front, it will become minus 1 log 10 base 10. Log 10 base 10 is always equal to 1. Now, E cell is equal to how much, sir? E right minus E left. E right, there is no change. E left change to minus 0.7. Have you noticed the answer is 1.13 volts? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, previous answer is E0 cell is 1.1 volt.
1.10.
It means voltage increased by 0.03 units. For doing what, sir? For doing what?
Lowering the
Decreasing the
concentration.
concentration of
So
the
if I decrease the concentration of ions in anode compartment, the voltage will increase. If I decrease it by 10 times, the voltage will increase by 0.03 volts. If I increase it by 100 times, the voltage will increase by 0.3 volts. Can we see it clearly? Hello?
yes.
Yes.
Suppose I construct a cell like this, sir. Zn by Zn plus 2. Salt bridge. Cu plus 2 by Cu. I make it 0.1, I make it 1. So now in cathode compartment, I am decreasing concentration by 10 times. What happens, sir? E right is equal
Decrease
to
by 0.
E0 plus
Decreases by 0.0.
it is a minus 0.03. It is equal to 0.31. Can you see it, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Automatically, sir, the cell potential will become this is the original voltage. What is the new voltage, sir? Hello, sir. What is the new voltage, please? What is the new voltage, sir?
1.13.
I am going to tell you what is the weekend examination portion in 15 minutes. Seeing on how rapidly you understand. Now I want to conclude standard cell potential of a Daniell cell is equal to 0.34 minus of minus 0.76, that is 1.1 volts. It is actually 1.10 volts. It will become in this cell 1.13 volts. In this cell, it will become 1.07 volts. Anybody having a doubt on that, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, you can solve this problem differently. For any cell, cell potential is equal to standard cell potential minus 0.059 approximately 0.06 into log of product ion concentration by reactant ion concentration. In this case, E cell is 1.1 volts minus of 0.03 log of. Suppose what is the product ion, sir, in this cell? Ladies and gentlemen, what is the product ion in this cell?
Zn2 plus, sir.
This is the product ion. At the end of the reaction, zinc is losing electrons to give zinc ion. So here zinc ion concentration by copper ion concentration. Suppose you are decreasing the zinc ion concentration, it will become 1 minus 1, 1.1 minus 0.03 log. It is zinc ion concentration is 1. Copper ion concentration is 0.1. So what happens, sir? If you are decreasing copper ion concentration, hello, what will be its value, sir?
1.07, sir.
Minus 0.03 into log. We are saying it is how much, sir?
Log 10, sir.
10 power.
0.1, this is log 10. What is the value of log 10, sir?
1, sir.
1. Suppose you do the reverse operation. E cell is equal to E0 cell minus of 0.06 by N into log. Product ion concentration, you put 0.1 and the reactant ion concentration. Then it will be like
1.131.
it is definitely to be understood that whenever I am decreasing the product ion concentration, voltage will up. Whenever I increase the reactant ion concentration, voltage will be down. In the cell, this is the starting material that is reacting. This is the reactant ion. This is a product ion. How to decide which is the reactant ion, which is the product ion? The fellow which has negative potential is the product ion. The fellow which has a positive potential is a reactant ion. Or high standard reduction potential fellow, whomsoever has higher SRP, undergo reduction by gaining electrons. Therefore, fellow with high SRP is the reactant ion. Fellow with low SRP will be the product ion. Are we clear about it, sir? Hello?
Yes.
So this is what there in your syllabus. Now notice, sir, internationally we are taking them as a standard values. The potential related to this is called standard reduction potential. In order to create confusion, some dirty rogues idiots are saying, what is the potential for this reaction? This is the reverse to what we are seeing. Sir, standard reduction potential of zinc is minus 0.76 volts. But if you are changing the direction, then it is called standard oxidation potential. Standard oxidation potential of zinc can be written as E0 Zn by Zn plus 2. The standard oxidation potential is exactly same as the reduction potential, but opposite side. It is minus 0.76 volts.
Plus 0.76.
Can we see it clearly?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in our relationship, E cell is equal to E standard reduction potential of cathode minus standard reduction potential of anode. E cat minus E. E right minus E left. Sir, instead of taking SRP, you want to take standard oxidation potential, then what will happen, sir? Hello?
E naught anode minus E naught
Then E naught
cathode.
anode minus E naught cathode is equal to cell potential. And if you are a very crazy man, you want to take oxidation potential of anode and a reduction potential of cathode, then what happens, sir?
Add both of them.
Simply have to add both. So this is IIT mains question. Which of the following is the correct relation to work out the cell potential? First option given as E cell is equal to E0 SRP of cathode minus E0 SRP of anode. Is it correct or wrong, sir?
Wrong.
Wait, sir.
It is correct, sir.
Sorry, correct.
Normally, E right minus E left will become E left minus E right if I am taking oxidation potentials. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
By oxidation potential means potential with which it can undergo oxidation. But internationally, SRP standard reduction potentials are taken as standard. So we talked about a Nernst equation. What is Nernst equation? It is a thermodynamic relation given to find the electrode potential when the standard electrode potential undergoes a change due to change in concentration of okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now product ions by reactant ions. Ladies and gentlemen, there can be questions based on this. Sir, I have a question, sir. In hydrogen electrode, I am taking hydrogen and H plus at 1 molar. Suppose I take hydrogen concentration 0.01 molar. What happens to electrode potential? For standard hydrogen electrode potential is 0. Sir, always SHC is 0. But I want to decrease the concentration of H plus. Then what happens to electron potential? What happens, sir? Hello? What happens, sir? Let us work out, sir. The electrode potential, hydrogen electrode potential is equal to standard hydrogen electrode potential minus 0.06 by N for hydrogen is 1 into log of concentration of H plus. Are you clean, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It's equal to how much, sir? Yes, sir. What is its value? Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes.
It means that the hydrogen electrode is a shortcut, sir. Hydrogen electrode potential is equal to minus of 0.059 into pH. Sir, pH per 10 to the power minus 3 molar HCl solution is equal to 3. Therefore, hydrogen electrode potential, when the concentration of H plus ion become 0.001 10 to the power minus 3 molar equal to Can you see it? I approximate as 0.18 minus. Can you see it, sir?
Yes.
The shortcut formula, hydrogen electrode potential at any pH is equal to minus of 0.059 into pH. Yet 1 molar H plus ion solution, the hydrogen electrode potential is equal to 0. Because when the concentration of the solution is 1 molar, the pH will become how much, sir? 0. Do you know pH of a solution will become 0 in 1 molar solution? Do we know, sir?
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
I will here make a table if you have a doubt. For 1 molar solution of H plus, pH is equal to 0.
0.
For 0.1 molar solution of H plus, that's 10 to the power minus 1. pH is 1. For 10 to the power minus 3 molar HCl solution, pH is equal to how much, sir?
minus 0.18.
Approximately. Are you clear?
Inside.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we talked about Nernst equation and its application. We understood what are the concentration cells. Now, sir, there are so many ions, in electrochemical series. You have phosphate ions, you have sulfate ions, you have chloride ions, you have, say, the fluoride ions. If all the anions are subjected to electric current, who will lose the electrons first? This
Which
is
has-
decided on the basis of reduction potential. Fellow with a high reduction potential will never easily undergo loss of electrons. So, in this chloride ion can be easily discharged. In this 4, because the chloride ion has lowest SRP. If you want, you can see the SRP values from your textbook table. That fellow is reduced first That fellow will gain electrons first who has higher SRP. The fellow who has higher SRP will never lose electrons. Anions with a high SRP can never lose electrons. Cations with high SRP always gain electrons. Here the question of losing of electrons comes, then fluoride ion never loses because fluorine is universal cathode. It is there in the top. Can you see it, sir? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have silver ions, I have copper plus 2 ions, I have Zn plus 2 ions. I have Na plus ions. Then when I am passing current, who will gain the electrons first in this course, sir?
Na plus.
Let us see the values, SRP values. For Na plus is minus 2.87, for zinc minus 0.76, for copper minus 0.34, for silver 0.8. Post. Now,
Silver will gain.
whatever that has higher SRP will gain electrons first. After silver, next copper gains.
Next zinc, next sodium.
Yes, you got the idea. Are you clear, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Whatever that has higher SRP is said to have high discharge potential. Similarly, high discharge potential fellow, high SRP fellow is undergoing reduction first. Reduction means gaining of electrons. Reverse is true if you have to lose electrons, oxidation. At anode, fellow with the highest SRP is oxidized last. At cathode, fellow with the highest SRP is reduced first. Because at cathode electrons are eaten, at anode electrons are lost. Are we clear about this concept, sir?
Yes.
Very good. Now, let me discuss this idea. I have a cell where I kept 2 electrodes and I kept some solution here. Blue color copper sulfate, aqueous solution. Now, when I pass current, there is a competition between H plus ions and copper plus 2 ions to gain electrons. Who will gain electrons first, sir, in copper plus 2 and H plus?
Copper plus 2.
Because its potential is 0.34 volts, higher its potential is 0. Higher SRP fellow will gain electrons first. Suppose if I put some silver ions, who will gain the electrons first, sir? Hello?
Silver ions.
Suppose if I put bubble fluorine gas, who will gain electrons first, sir?
Fluorine.
Whomsoever has highest SRP will gain electrons first. Okay? And whomsoever has lower SRP will lose electrons first at anode. Now my point is, what is the amount of material I am producing? Whenever I pass current, cations go to cathode and cations gain electrons and become discharged. Anions go to anode. Their anions will lose the electrons. Therefore, oxidation at anode, reduction at cathode. Sir, the cathode always undergoes reduction, anode always undergoes oxidation, always anox, always red cat. Always you have to remember AC, 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 AC. What do you mean by AC? Electrons flow from anode to cathode. Always. Whether the cell is producing electric current or whether the cell is consuming electric current. If it is a producer of electric current, I call it as a Daniel cell or a Leclanche cell or a voltaic cell or a dry cell. If the cell is consuming electric current to bring about reaction, I am using it to make sodium, potassium, many things. Down cell, Castner cell, Kellner cell. There are 2 types of cells where in first type of cell, power is produced by virtue of a spontaneous reaction. In next category cell, power is consumed by a non-spontaneous reaction. Are we clear about it? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, delta G is negative in electrochemical cell. Delta G is positive in electrolytic cell. In any cell, the ability to gain electron at an electrode depends on its SRP. Now, if I take a blue color copper sulfate solution, and if I am putting a iron nail in it, what happens, sir? Iron has a tendency to lose electrons, and a copper plus 2 has a tendency to gain 2 electrons.
Solution
Because
turns
Iron
brown.
electrode SRP is less, copper SRP is more. It is obvious. So urgently on the surface of this nail, red color copper is deposited. Blue color copper ions, they gain 2 electrons and they become red color copper. Are we clear? Hello?
Yes.
The loser is in contact with the gainer, solution will become hot, no current is produced. Now, if you are separating these fellows, iron nail, iron sulfate, copper sulfate, copper rod, join the 2 dirty fellows, put a salt bridge. When they are physically separated and connected through a wire, now of course iron will lose electrons, enter into solution, iron, and the electrons are traveling through the circuit, and here the copper ions are gaining those electrons to become copper metal. Here copper is deposited. Mind you that here current is produced, bulb will glow. It means if the fellow with the lower SRP and higher SRP are in direct contact, there is no separation, means heat energy is produced. If they are separated in different compartments and if they are connected through a wire, then of course electrons can flow and you can generate electric current. Are we clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
If a person dies in India, there is a tradition. They join 2 thumbs and tie with a thread. That tradition is there in India. I don't know whether it is there in other religions. Why they are tying both the thumbs of the leg, and tying means if there is any power generation that makes a short circuit, that can again kick start the life if there is any slight power. That is the idea. Notice if you do short circuit, heat energy is produced, no current. Only short circuit is done in emergencies. Okay. Are you
Yes,
clear
sir.
about this idea?
Clean. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Sir, when I am passing current, if a chemical reaction is happening, if I am passing current through copper ions, they gain electrons to become copper, that is fine. I want to know what is the mass of the element produced when I am passing current through an electrolyte in an electrolytic cell. I know in an electrolytic cell, if I have many ions like copper, silver, zinc, then the copper is reduced first than zinc. Silver is reduced foremost than copper because more electrode potential. And always there is a competition to gain electrons. If I am putting sodium ions in water, the electrode potential of sodium is negative, whereas the electrode potential of water is positive. Water will urgently gain the electrons to become hydrogen gas and OH minus ions. Notice, the fellow with a higher reduction potential, water reduces fast and the sodium will not reduce less. Are we very clear? Hello?
Clear.
Hello? There is one saying that, can a snake Can a snake move freely if there is a eagle?
No.
No, sir.
Notice, if the snake has resorted to Allah and if it is praying Allah, and if a eagle comes close to it, what happens?
What comes closer?
Eagle.
The eagle attacks.
Notice that normally eagle can eat the snake. But if the snake is making a friendship with Allah and if it is in good relation with Allah, then if a eagle comes, eagle can do nothing. Why? Because the snake has resorted to the strongest person of the universe. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So, sir, when there is Na plus and water, if there are electrons, water will take electrons and become hydrogen gas. Sodium will be crying. It cannot take electron. Because it has more reduction potential, it has less reduction potential. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
But now I put the sodium ions in mercury. If the solution has mercury, mercury is like Allah. Wow. Mercury has ability to resolve sodium to give sodium amalgam. And mercury is more powerful than water to gain electrons. Therefore, when sodium plus ions are there along with mercury, sodium gets the ability to gain electron to become sodium metal and then dissolves in mercury to give sodium amalgam. The water, even if it is there, it can't take electron. It is like the snake when it is in good relation with Allah. Even if an eagle comes, it is not scared of. Our Na plus is not scared of water. If there is what? If there is what?
Mercury.
Mercury.
Notice that there is no discrimination for Allah, whether it is a human being or a dog or a donkey or an ant. For him, all are equal. I think so. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there any discrimination for him?
No, sir.
So therefore, the Na plus, when it is resorting to mercury, it is safe. Even if there is water, water cannot take away electron. Sodium can take electron. So some reactions happen under some conditions differently than we expect. Normally, if there is salt water, NaCl, and water, if I put platinum electrodes and pass current, the Na plus tries to take electron, but it cannot take. Water will ultimately take electrons to become hydrogen. Therefore, at cathode, at a negative terminal, hydrogen gas comes. At anode, of course, Cl minus wants to lose electrons to become chlorine. Water also wants to lose electrons to become H plus and oxygen and 4 electrons. There is a competition between chloride ion to lose electron and water to lose electron. Chloride ion wins. Whomsoever is winning, that is liberated at anode. At anode, losing of electrons. At cathode, gaining of electrons. In the gain and loss, always you keep it in the upper right of your brain. Fellow with high SRP undergo electron gain. Fellow with low SRP loses electrons in electrolysis. So if I have Na plus ions and water, water will gain electron, hydrogen will come. If I have chloride ion and bromide ion will lose electrons to become bromine faster. Are we very clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So that is a competition. So in the electrochemical series, top fellows have great tendency to gain electrons when you pass current, and bottom fellows have more tendency to lose electrons. Okay, sir?
Okay, sir. Understood.
Now my point is, when I am passing current, what is the mass of an element produced? The mass of an element produced is directly proportional to current strength in amperes and the time during which current is maintained in seconds. M is proportional to Q because Q is equal to I into T, ampere into second, called Coulomb. Ampere into second is called Coulomb. M is equal to EQ, where E is called electrochemical equivalent. Are we clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yep. M is equal to EQ. Sir, what is E equal to? Yes or no? Hello? Yes,
Yes,
or no? Ladies and
Sir.
gentlemen, it is the mass of an element produced in grams for maintaining a charge of 1 coulomb. Gram per coulomb is called electrochemical equivalent unit. Electrochemical equivalent. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic we are talking is about electrochemistry. All of you alert. All of
Yes,
you,
sir.
the topic we are talking is electrochemistry. Our interest is, if I am passing current into salt water, what happens? Well, in my home, I have a battery. Very good. To the battery, I can fix a wire here. I can fix another wire here. Can I do it really? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can fix it using a solder gun if you have. Or you can tie with a fine wire. Anyway, you can connect a wire here, a wire here. Here you can put blades. Here you can put blades. Immerse these two blades in a glass of water containing salt. Can I really do it?
Yes, sir.
Salt water. I am putting here blades. I don't allow them to touch. These are connected to battery. Plus minus. Is it possible, sir? Then if I observe, I will see a green color gas is coming. Wow. If I put my nose at the green color gas, within no time I will get a red color blood from my nose. Why I am getting, sir?
Chlorine is
Chlorine, sir.
replaced.
Chlorine can attack the mucous membranes and break the mucous membranes and generate blood happily. And from other electrode, I am getting a gas, which is colorless. I am seeing bubbles, block, 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 block. The gas which is coming at that other electrode
Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen gas.
is able to burn if I lit a matchstick with pop sound. Notice, hydrogen with air can make serious explosive mixture sometimes. You should be careful. So clearly I am seeing some changes happening when I pass current. Now I want to know, what is the mass of an element produced when I pass current? The mass of the material I get when I pass current is directly proportional to how many amperes I am passing and how long I am passing. M is proportional to Q. Q is called charge in coulombs. Suppose I want to remove the proportionality. I put a proportionality constant. This proportionality constant is equal to M by Q. It is called electrochemical equivalent. It means what is the mass of anybody produced for the passage of 1 coulomb charge. Sir, 1 coulomb does not mean I am passing 1 electron, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
M is equal to EIT. If I am passing 1 ampere per 1 second, that is 1 coulomb. Okay. Now my question is, what is the charge of 1 electron?
1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19.
So these many coulombs is equal to 1 electron. I will put it other way around. Sir, 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs is equal to 1 electron. Now 1 coulomb is equal to how many electrons, sir?
1 by 1.602 into 10 power minus 9. 6 point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is equal to, sir, 10 to the power 18 into 10 by 1.602. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is its value, sir? Yes, no? So for the passage of 6.2 into 10 to the power 18 coulombs for electrons, I get 1 coulomb charge. Am I confusing anybody? Should I do
No,
it
sir.
again?
No, sir. No, sir. Understood.
No, sir. Understood.
Sir, 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs implies 1 electron. And 1 coulomb implies how many electrons? 1 by this number. This is nearly equal to 6.2 into 10 to the power minus 18. Sorry, plus 18. These many electrons. Sir, 10 coulombs means 6.2 into 10 to the power 19 electrons. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I want, I am passing Avogadro number of electrons. Then what is the charge I am maintaining? This is the charge I am maintaining. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is equal to 96,500 coulombs approximately. Exactly, it is 96,424, something like that. This is called 1 Faraday, sir. So I want to reiterate, the mass of an element produced when I am passing current is directly proportional to current strength and time during which it is maintained. The mass is equal to EIT, where E is called electrochemical equivalent. The fact that the mass of an element produced is directly proportional to current strength and during which it is maintained is called Faraday's first law. When Sir Humphrey Davy came to give a demonstration in a college like yours, he gave a wonderful demonstration using electric current. He said everybody is thinking that an acid is that which has oxygen. But ladies and gentlemen, oxygen is not a must for any acid to exist. There can be an acid hydrochloric in aqueous solution which has no oxygen. He said this statement and he made a proof. He passed electric current through HCl. When he passed the electric current through HCl, from one electrode he got hydrogen gas, from another electrode he got chlorine gas. He clearly proved that HCl is an acid in aqueous solution. Notice, as a gas, HCl is not acid. HCl is an acid only when you pass it into water. So HCl aqueous solution is an acid. It has no oxygen. Therefore, the idea that every acid must have oxygen is wrong. That's what Sir Humphrey Davy proved in a demonstration. At that time, Mr. Michael Faraday came to carry the books. In those days, when a big person comes, he used to be employed with servants. They do some works. So the Michael Faraday was a boy who was working in a shop. So he was working with a publisher. So he carried all the books of Davy. He used to make cleaning work, carrying books, putting bound covers, etc. But while doing this, Faraday became very interested in science. He read so many books at his home. And after some years, Faraday became director to the institution where Sir Humphrey Davy was working. Interesting. Is it not so?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But Michael Faraday was scared of mathematics. He was very poor in maths. So without mathematics, without any formulae, he made some laws. But today, whatever we say Faraday's laws, we are using mathematical relations only. This is Faraday's first law. Mass of any substance produced in electrolysis is equal to EIT, or which is EQ. Faraday's second law. When you are passing same amount of charge through different electrolytes, the masses of different elements produced are directly proportional to their chemical equivalent weights. They are directly proportional to what, sir?
Chemical equivalent weights.
Notice, The E is electrochemical equivalent. That is the mass produced for the passage of 1 coulomb. The capital E is chemical equivalent weight. This is the mass of any substance produced for the passage of 1 Faraday charge. Actually, the Faraday is a unit given to 96,500 coulombs, or roughly equal to the charge carried by Avogadro number of electrons. The unit for charge carried by Avogadro number of electrons is Faraday. Okay, sir. Are we very clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Therefore, in that way, Faraday is respected. Now, Faraday's second law says that when the same amount of current is passed through different electrolytes, then the masses of different elements produced is directly proportional to their chemical equivalent weights. Sir, I want to know what is the chemical equivalent weight. What is the equivalent weight of sodium? What is the equivalent weight of calcium? What is the equivalent weight of aluminum? I want to know. You know, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight of that element divided by charge carried by its ions. So equivalent weight of sodium is same as that of the atomic weight because it carries unit positive charge. Whereas for calcium it is half of that, for aluminum it is 1/3 of it. Can we see it, sir?
Yes, sir.
It means if I am passing 1 Faraday charge through sodium chloride fused mass, calcium chloride fused mass, aluminum chloride fused mass, I will be getting just 23 grams sodium, 20 grams calcium, 9 grams aluminum. Can we see it really? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Also notice, sir, mass of element 1 produced by mass of element 2 produced during the electrolysis is equal to E1 by E2, where capital E represents chemical equivalent. For example, in a certain experiment, I have produced 2 grams of hydrogen. For passing same amount of charge, what mass of aluminum I get? Mass of hydrogen produced by mass of aluminum I get is equal to equivalent weight of hydrogen, you know, that is equal to 1 atomic weight by 1, and equivalent weight of aluminum is equal to atomic weight by 3,9. Equivalent weight of magnesium is atomic weight by 2, that is equal to 12. Equivalent weight of silver, atomic weight by 1, that is 108, so on. So if I am getting 2 grams of hydrogen in electrolysis, if I pass the same amount of charge through another solution of aluminum salt, what mass of aluminum I get? 2 by mass of aluminum is equal to equivalent weight of equivalent weight of hydrogen by equivalent weight of aluminum. Can you say what mass of aluminum I get, sir? Hello? Hello?
18 grams.
I get 18 grams. For example, in an experiment, I am getting 45 grams of aluminum by electrolysis. If I pass same current, same charge through HCl solution, what volume of hydrogen gas I get at STP? Can you say that, sir? What I would do is M1 by M2 is equal to E1 by E2. Any problem, sir?
No, sir.
Any problem? So 45 by M2 is equal to equivalent weight of aluminum is 9, equivalent weight of hydrogen is 1. Then what is the mass of hydrogen I am getting, sir? 9.
5, sir.
Now, sir, now I got 5 grams of hydrogen. Now I want to know what is the volume of this gas. I have a very important relationship. Do you know what is that relation? The volume of any gas produced at STP always follows the rule PV is equal to NTR. V is equal to NTR by P. Notice that number of moles is equal to weight of the gas I am getting by molecular weight. Therefore, volume of the gas at STP is equal to number of moles into STP temperature, standard temperature is 273. Universal gas constant is 0.082 by standard pressure is 1 atmosphere. Can I get the answer, sir? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, always 273 into 0.082 is 22.4 fixed. So 22.4 into pi by 2.
56.
Are you very clear about it, sir?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
The portion for the weekend exam is up to Faraday's laws. Now I will be showing you the portion in the system. Tomorrow we work out so many problems based on this. I am showing you what is really expected by you to know. I am just waiting. I have sent a message only for 2 minutes because you wanted me to tell the portion.
Okay.
I'll put it in the group also. The portion for the exam is only this much.
How much, sir?
It is up to Nernst equation. Only no equilibrium constant problems. Only elementary ideas of Nernst equation up to 3.3.0 end. Equilibrium constant problems tomorrow we take up anyway. And then we are going to the what? Faraday's laws. The conductance is not required. See, you have to understand that your portion is differently presented here. Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Up
sir.
to this example 3.1 definitely you should do. Okay? Then you go to electrolysis. I show you. Then you get conductance not required. Please don't read conductance. We have not done that. Only we are doing conductance. No need to do. Please don't do all this.
Yes.
This is not required. Electrolytic cell electrolysis. From page number, what is this page number, sir? 85 onwards. 85, 86, 87.
So once can you show 86 page?
Hello?
86 page, sir.
Wait, man. First, let me define the boundaries. Up to page number 88, the first paragraph. Diluted sulfuric acid reaction 3.38 is preferred. At higher concentration of H2SO4, reaction 3.39 is preferred. 3.39 at higher concentration, sulfate ions lose electrons to become persulfate ion. At a lower concentration, nothing happens to sulfate ions. Simply water will lose electrons to give oxygen gas. Notice that generally in an aqueous solution, sulfate ions do not undergo any change. It is the water that undergoes loss of electron because the oxidation potential values for water and sulfate ion are different. We made a rule that which has higher reduction potential is reduced first. That which has higher oxidation potential is oxidized first. So water has more potential to lose electrons. Sulfate ion is not affected. However, if you are putting sulfate ions too many, if the concentration of sulfate ion is too much, then sulfate ions also get tempted to lose electrons to give persulfate ion. So up to this point we have for example. Tomorrow I touch upon and I show you the questions. So I will show you from another source book which I have shared with you. Exactly if you do what that is sufficient for exam, I will tell. Exactly if you do that, that is more than enough for exam. I have sent you this material with you. Did I send the material? Hello?
Which one, sir? This
Hello?
Which one, sir?
This volume 1 book, did I share with you? Hello?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No,
sir.
I kept it in the, I have already sent to Kazino, this book. All
No,
complete.
It did not go.
I am sending
Yes,
it.
sir.
Can you see concept and understanding type questions?
Yes.
Please don't study electrolytic conductance. We have not done that. Leave the first part. Then we have done completely the phenomena of electrolysis. You should do phenomena of electrolysis. Question number 24. 2. Faraday's laws we have done. Then electrochemical series EMF we have done. Nernst equation we have done. Electrochemical cells we have done. So you need to do the first batteries and all, no need to do. Up to question number 66. From question number what? Hello?
24.
Question number 24. These are the questions you are supposed to do. Try to do them. This material I have already shared. If you are saying I have not shared, so I am sending again. So
Okay.
weekend syllabus is question number 24 to 66.
Yes, sir.
If you want a descriptive, I say it is up to electrochemical cells, Nernst equation, Faraday's laws, criteria of product formation. I try to make one more YouTube video and share today with you. Okay? Please watch the YouTube video I have sent if you have not watched. Did you watch it, sir?
Yes,
Hello?
Sir, will you also?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of effort it is demanding. It is not getting uploaded. It is taking late night time. But still I want to do one more video. So please use the video and do. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only 27 members joined. All others may not be knowing what is the portion. What to do now? Okay, I post the portion once again and also the material. I will be sending across. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.